Mall of America. It's home to world-class shopping, great dining, and amazing attractions and events. And these are our stories, presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism.
Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome to this episode of So Much More. We're excited to have you with us today. I'm Dan Jasper. I'm the co-host among three co-hosts, joined by Joe Renslow and Chris Gropp, my good friends and colleagues. Hey, guys, how are you?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays!
There is definitely a holiday chill in the air today.
There is a chill in the air. We are excited. We are actually just a little over a week away from Black Friday, kind of the big shopping day for us here at the mall. The mall is looking like holidays. It's getting really exciting. So today we are going to talk about all things festivities and fun and holiday here at Mall of America. Before we get started, I just kind of want to hear from both of you. What do you think personally makes the holiday season so much fun here at Mall of America? Chris, what do you think makes so much fun?
I mean, for me, honestly, it's the decor. Knowing the effort that goes into it is one thing, but even before that, being here as a guest, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, there's something that just really feels bright and vibrant and really sets the atmosphere right for the holiday season. So that's still my favorite part of it.
I would agree, because it's that big transition to what our space actually looks like and feels like. And I think there's just a different energy with our guests and the interaction with our staff. And it's just a really special time of year where we're all reminded of the magic that we bring to the experience of our guests and the traditions that hold year after year. And it's so fun to see those families come back to visit us and to experience their traditions. And it's just, there's so much going on. We're all looking for those joyful moments on buying gifts and enjoying the events, and being able to experience that with our guests is really special.
We were delivering Instagrammable moments before Instagrammable moments were a thing. So
we're a trendsetter.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We actually are, and I love it when you say welcoming back guests, because we have guests that come year after year after year. It's their tradition here, right? It's so much fun.
Well, you're the master of those relationships, because you remember those faces year after year, and you've developed some really fun connections. And
Shout
they come
out
back to find you.
Yep. Shout out to the Klinkhammer family. I'm just saying, I love them. And a lot of our team members do that. We actually do make connections with our guests. Part of our traditions here are some of our events. We have a couple coming up I'd love you guys to talk about a little bit, because they're so much fun. Santa's arrival and Black Friday, because right here, right? Chris, maybe you can tell us about them, and Jill, maybe chime in with some of our favorite
Chris
memories.
Chris is the master here, so
a dedicated team of elves that work diligently over the year to make these things special for guests. But Santa's arrival ceremony is always something that's really fun for families. We've been in the atrium the last couple of years, but we're moving back to the rotunda this year. Having that big stage and the backdrop and all the lights in our rotunda, the team do such a fantastic job in there. We're really excited to move Santa's arrival back there.
It's like the official kickoff for the holidays for us.
It really is. It really is. Absolutely. That's what starts it off. And then just a couple days after that, we have Black Friday, which, as we all know, we work diligently on throughout the year, always ideating, always trying to figure out what that next thing is, what that next activation is. But really, it's that tradition and those people trusting us with their time and coming back year after year. Like you said, you talk about families that make this their tradition. The same family has been the first family in line at Black Friday now since we have changed over from closing on Thanksgiving to opening on Black Friday.
They're from quite a distance.
Yes.
Is it like a South Dakota
I can't
family?
remember. We'll ask them this year.
Yeah.
We'll ask them this year and we'll find out. But I love that. And I'm super excited for Black Friday this year.
Before we get into the events of that day, but I was going to get your...
I was just going to say it, like, so many people think that Black Friday is gone, that it's not the tradition that it used to be because of all the changes of the timing with Thanksgiving and the opening hours. And now that there's focus back on opening on Black Friday, which we started that tradition with being closed on Thanksgiving. I feel like we set that stage. But it is such an important day for us, and it's so unique. And people that come here year after year know that it is such a great experience to be at Mall of America on Black Friday. So we love to own that holiday because it has, I think, dwindled with other traditional shopping centers. I know it has. It's so big here, and it's such a special day.
One of my biggest points of pride around this change for us was that article that came out a couple years ago the mall where Black Friday refuses to die. Like, that's
That would be here. That would be here.
Yes.
They could have worded that a little different.
I love it.
Where it continues to thrive, maybe. It's fun on that morning because everyone from the mall is working, right? We're all here. We're all excited. Most of us haven't slept much because of the excitement. We want to be here early, and our guests are having fun. But talk about how you feel when those first guests come in the door. It's an experience, right?
Yeah. Well, I have to say that what I experience when we arrive at 4:30 in the morning to prepare for the day is I look out my window from our office tower to see the crowd because the team is sending updates early in the morning saying, we have so many people in line. But to be able to have that satisfaction when I look out the window to see that massive crowd choosing to be here and to be part of the celebration is just so rewarding. And then to be able to join our team in the atrium to prepare for those opening doors and to see the excitement because it's not chaos. It's very organized. Our team does a great job of letting that crowd in with excitement. And a lot of times they're bundled up because they've been cold, but they are so excited to be here. And it warms our heart to know that people choose to be with us on Black Friday.
I agree. It's always one of those things where when you show up, you're kind of like, what if maybe? But everybody's always there. Everybody's ready to have a good time. And it's a fun day. And I think part of that, Dan, too, is what you talked about. Everybody is out there on the floor. And it's an opportunity for some team members who don't always get out on the floor to really interface and meet our guests at a different level. And because I think of the nostalgia that we can deliver on, also with new experiences, there's just such an excitement from the guests year after year. And to be able to feel that and understand that all the hard work we put into it is connecting, that's absolutely worth it.
And you see our team members, whether they're in IT or accounting or housekeeping they kind of come out of their shell. Mm-hmm. And you see it's so much fun to see them out of their comfort zone and out of their element, and they are just having fun.
Because it's an invitation to play. We are our team members are allowed to play and have fun with the guests in a different way. It's not just your normal role. You mentioned specific roles and duties people have, and 363 days out of the year, that's what you're doing. But today we get to engage differently, and it's a lot of fun.
Not a lot of people get a chance to do that with their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something really unique to be able to have that connection and build that relationship with our guests.
It's one of the things that makes this place special.
Absolutely.
Fun, Black Friday weekend. What's some of the stuff that's taking place that weekend, Chris?
There's a lot. I will start within the Rotunda. We're going to start off. Our friends from KFAN are going to be live in the Rotunda again.
We love our KFAN.
We
love
do.
them.
And it was so interesting last year because the atrium is so busy and I would say, jubilant and excited because there's so much going on with the giveaways. And then the audience in the KFAN audience in the Rotunda is just locked in with their attention is focused. But then once KFAN transitions, Bells to Go is back, which for listeners who aren't familiar, it is tough to describe, but it is a man with a trailer full of bells and lights he does these holiday music shows that are really unique and people love it.
And when you're talking bells, you're not talking little bells.
No.
It's kind of steampunk big church bells, fun music,
This feels like a Mad Max vehicle rolled into the Rotunda and is doing a holiday show.
I've described the performer as Martin Short. Super animated.
Yes.
He does.
Yes,
he looks exactly
absolutely.
like him, and he just takes over, and he has so much energy.
Yes.
You can't help but just be sucked in to watch this performance.
And it's a super entertaining show. And so they're going to be with us all weekend. But then when we transition over to the atrium, that's where we do our mystery scratch-off giveaways. So we have the silver prizes, the gold prizes, the doorbusters, the holiday snowflakes, Candy Cane Institute. It's a busy time.
You have to explain the doorbusters because it's quite the unique experience.
Doorbusters is unique.
Friday.
Yes, yeah.
Because it's not what people think of when they know doorbusters traditionally.
Of course not. So that was kind of where it came from. We were talking about what has changed from Black Friday, and this was last year. We were just kind of brainstorming and said there's not really doorbusters anymore. The doorbuster deals that used to drive people out isn't really there. So we thought, well, let's make a literal doorbuster. So now guests who get the doorbuster card, they go to this special area and they draw a number, and that corresponds to a gift. That then a cavalcade of colorful characters from musicians to pro wrestlers to the Vikings cheerleaders to Santa to the elves will bust through a door and deliver a present for a guest to unwrap. And I will say that truly was so rewarding last year. We really had a lot of great guest connections from that. And it's just so vibrant and colorful and unexpected and organized chaos. It's really fun. It just adds a different energy to the space.
The best piece was seeing Chris have to hook up the door every time we were doing the media. So
it was awesome.
Didn't think through that thoroughly, did you? That was
no. And now we've asked for taller volunteers at the doorbusters area this year to help.
You have to come out and check it out this year. It's super entertaining.
For listeners who didn't experience last year, definitely come and see it this year. But just envision the Kool-Aid Man busting through.
Absolutely.
Right? It's that effect, and it's just fun and it's playful. And then the guests, the recipients, win some pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, that is our most elevated of the prizing, gift-giving areas. And I believe we all had a similar experience with the woman who got the PlayStation 5 last year and was super excited. I believe she was going to give it to her grandson or granddaughter, but spent time thanking everybody in the atrium in a Mall of America shirt for that. It was really fun. But yeah, our tenants and partners, now that they have seen it from last year and understand it, are excited to be involved in it too, because it really is a great connection for a brand or an opportunity as well. It makes an impact.
It does.
It leaves a lasting impression.
And as we get ready for Black Friday, one thing that kind of stands out this season, Jill, is that this is a shortened shopping season this year, right? And what does that mean and how are people preparing?
Yes. So, folks, if you have not looked at your calendar yet, Thanksgiving lands on the very last week of November. And so as soon as we pass Thanksgiving weekend, it is December. So typically there's that extra week in there. So it is a short season between our Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And so, get started early. I think it's important to take a look now in November and get started as quickly as you can, because it's going to happen pretty quick. Because we know that the holiday season, no matter how it sets up from a calendar perspective, it goes fast. And people get stressed out because there's so many things to do in such a short amount of time within 2 months or even like 6 weeks. And so it's important to enjoy all the fun that can happen during the holidays. There's so many exciting things, whether you go to the theater or come enjoy our events or go to a movie, enjoy dinner out, not to get stressed, but to really take a look at your family, share ideas, have something for all ages, and really enjoy the time of the season, because it goes fast and it's just a really special, magical time.
That's really important to spend that time with family, whether it's here at Mall of America or in your home, or, a lot of people do go to concerts and theaters and stuff and capture those moments and cherish them, because it goes too quickly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And I think it's also, you start that early planning even on your gift shopping, because, set your budget, make your list, get prepared, do a lot of searching online even. There's inspiration everywhere. Try to map out what you're looking for so that when you can experience that in-person shopping experience, it's really enjoyable, because you have some thoughts and ideas to get started. Because I think that's where people get stressed out, is just to try to figure out what to buy. And obviously, Mall of America is a great place to get inspired. There's a lot of great window shopping to just start preparing, because we have a lot of wonderful options and a lot of new stores to check out. So there's really something for everyone here.
And I think to that too, not even just being stressed out about what to buy for family. Over the season too, it can be stressed out about what to do with your family, especially when you start to see some of those relatives you only see at the holidays and you run out of things to talk about really quick. I highly recommend the Great Big Game Show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect.
And the 2 new escape games available at the Escape Game 2 are fantastic. So again, it's not even just about the shopping, it's about what you can do with your family over the holiday season here as well. Yep. And make an event out of it, make a night out of it, make a couple days out of it. But there's so much to do. But I really know your family had fun with the Great Big Game Show. I did too. And it's fun to get that competitive nature out and out of the way so you can enjoy the holiday season too.
It is really fun. And we have a couple other attractions that are opening this holiday season, Melon and Activate. And so Melon for those smaller little friends, but Activate will be another fun one for families to enjoy. And that's what's great is we have so many different attractions. So not only to experience them throughout the holiday season, because it's fun to be able to get relatives that you might not see as often, but to have that friendly competition, but they're also great gift ideas. We've seen so many trends lean towards the gift of experience.
Yes.
Because it's something that you can get a gift card or a certificate or something, and even a little gift item to wrap with it. And it's something that they can then enjoy in the new year together when they have off from school or whatever that might be. But the gift of experience has been a huge trend that I think people should lean into.
You know, and you make a really good point, which is don't be like Dan and buy a gift card and like just give it to them.
Slide it across the table.
There's creative ways. Like, give me an idea. How can I?
Well, I think it's like if you're going to get a Nickelodeon wristband, and that's what's really great. Tip is on Black Friday and on Cyber Monday, we're going to have significant discounts on our annual passes, but you can also just get a gift, a wristband. But also we have a lot of the attractions are doing their annual passes on sale, so keep an eye on those because it's a great gift that keeps giving time and time again. But it's to get like maybe a little plush or a little merchandise item that you can wrap with the gift card. I mean, I've done that before for my nieces and nephews for Crayola, is I've bought in some of the merchandise, whether it was some like the crayon bath items that they have, and then you put the gift card with it or the annual pass with it, and it just makes it special because then they can open something. People always like that element of opening, and then they have the gift card with it.
And if you do give those gifts of activities, right? Nickelodeon Universe, Crayola, Flyover America, Sea Life, there's so many cool activations here at Mall of America. Let's say I'm a grandparent and I give it to my grandkids. It also gives me an excuse to spend more time with them through the year, right?
And you can get all of those attraction passes for free if you sign up for our loyalty program. So Holiday Rewards is a great promotion that we have where as you spend at Mall of America, not only during the holiday season year round, but we have kind of added the rewards for the holiday season. But as you hit certain thresholds of spending limits, you actually can cash that in for free wristbands for Nickelodeon Universe, to Sea Life, to Flyover. And there's so many different rewards for everybody on the list. So those are great stocking stuffers as well.
They're awesome. And this is when I typically, for insiders, I pull out in a meeting and I show my phone because for me, it's like a competition. I want to show my points, right?
Yes, Dan, we know you're a super shopper.
That's true.
But there are some really amazing savings and rewards when you join the Insiders program, which I love. One of my challenges during the holiday season, although I do some shopping ahead of time, I also tend to wait last minute. Any tips, you guys, for last minute shopping for procrastinators?
To change your habit, or just to tell you to embrace the chaos of it?
The habit's not changing. There's no hope there for all of us out here. Jill, what do you think?
Well, I think to help that process is sometimes grabbing a quick theme will help. If you have a few people on the list and you can, whether it's pajamas or it's books or it's games, it can help streamline the decision-making process. And then you might not have to hit as many stores, and you can just get something that's still unique for each one of the people on your list. They're not all getting the same thing, but it's under the same theme. That's always a great one. And you mentioned gift cards, always an easy go-to for those last-minute gift ideas.
I love that. Chris, any thoughts for last-minute people?
Well, I'm just realizing I'm probably part of the problem because my mom has been asking for holiday ideas.
You are part of the issue.
And I'm always waiting till the last minute. I'm causing this situation for others. No, I agree. It's the experiences are obviously one that's super fun, and you can do it a later time. You mentioned the movies that are coming out, even if it's a family's going to see Wicked or Moana 2. Those things are great. But beyond that, I mean, we're kind of last minute people as well. And I think I'm listening to Jill's response here, and I'm going to employ that myself.
It just
Happy to help, Chris, anytime.
Any ideas for just people in general, gift ideas other than events and stuff, creative stuff? One thing I do is I have to say this, and I'm a little bit ashamed. No, I'm not ashamed. I'm on TikTok a lot. I love TikTok, right? And for the last 8 weeks or something, there's been teasers on there. Dun, 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 dun. And it's coming. And everyone's doing it. We all know what that means, right? It's coming!
She's
and
waiting.
I don't know if you've seen her preview. It's awesome online. She's in a vault and in a thing of ice, and they're melting her.
That's
it looks
hilarious.
like Halloween.
No, I haven't seen it.
And then she sings a really high note, and it all breaks, and there's Mariah Carey in her Santa suit. It's exciting, right?
It
I
is.
kind of look to some influencers for ideas as well. What about you guys?
Oh, and I think that's super important. There's so much that's out there, and you just have to be careful on the social channels because you want to make sure that you're buying things from brands that you're familiar with. So be careful there. Or it's just about getting inspiration because then you can relate that back to stores that are brick and mortar. Because people love to be able to walk away with that physical item, that instant gratification. You don't have to worry about it arriving at your doorstep. And so watch those deadlines as well. And I think it's important to keep an eye on. There's more retailers that are putting stipulations to return policies because there were a lot of consumers that were abusing their return policies. And so take a look at those receipts because some of them are 30 and 60 days, some 90. There's still a lot of stores that have longer return policies, but you have to be careful to make sure you have enough of a window for the gift receiver to be able to make exchanges if that's needed for sizes and colors. But that's the other thing about getting started early. You have a bigger selection of inventory with those sizes and colors if you're going to grab them or order them.
You don't risk running out. That's a really good reminder. One of the things people dread about Black Friday weekend or the holiday is that they fear parking and stuff. Any tips especially for people coming to Mall of America on how you might alleviate some of that stress?
I mean, honestly, since we've added the Park Assist system, I haven't really heard many.
Can you say what that is?
Sure. Yeah. For people who haven't visited and seen it, when you enter our parking ramps, you will see green lights or red lights above. And if there's a green light, it means there's a parking spot available within 4 spots of that green light. And that's made it really efficient for folks getting in and finding a spot. The north lot is still, I think, somehow the best kept secret. Or if you don't want to, just hit valet.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it, is valet parking.
Valet's awesome during the holiday here. It's just in our north ramp. Jill, people get tired. They get worn out shopping sometimes. Any tips for how to prep for the day, right? And what you should wear and how to be comfortable or anything like that?
Well, if you don't have comfortable clothes and shoes, we know where you can buy them.
Get them here.
I think do your stretching in the morning.
Yeah.
I think
Hydrate.
but it's like sometimes, and honestly, I've done this too. Like you keep shopping and you forget to have to eat and to have beverages and things. And so I think it's planning that as part of your day is making sure we have so many options. But even it's just making sure you have a meal before you come or whatever, just to be able to be energized. But we have lots of things to refuel throughout the day, but it's take your time and be able to sit and I enjoy just being able to grab a seat and just watching shoppers, and it's super fun. And sometimes you get ideas because you see bags that they're carrying because we have, like I said, so many new stores, and I'm excited to be able to hit some of those stores, to be able to get something really unique for my friends and family that they haven't been exposed to before because there's brands that they don't typically shop at. So excited for that opportunity.
I agree. If you have the time, take the time and just soak in the atmosphere, just embrace the opportunity. Because to your point, it goes by so fast. So if you can be intentional about it, that's the best that you can make it for yourself. Especially, again, so much decor, so many different lights and music. It's so festive. It's so much fun.
It's a really good reminder. I mean, people are moving fast and they have their list and stuff, but the people that are really enjoying themselves, and we've seen this, we've all been here a long time, are the people that are walking a little slower. I'm not talking about the group of 8 that walk across.
No. Let's be mindful of the people that are trying to move fast.
But I mean, the people that are being intentional, enjoying the scenery and the decor and the music. We have amazing music that plays throughout the mall as well. So
grab a seat in the rotunda and enjoy some of the holiday music festival. I love the entertainers that we have throughout the holidays, and you guys are very good about curating a great selection of a variety of different music, from ukuleles to other singing instruments to bands to choruses, and it's really great. That really gets me in the mood when you can hear the holiday music and be able to just immerse yourself in the beautiful decor, and it's very festive.
It's awesome. So we have one weekend to go before Black Friday weekend. I think hopefully all of us and our teams are going to rest a bit this weekend as we prep for that day. I'm going to ask you 2 last things if we can as we end up this show. One is any last minute tips for our viewers or listeners about how to enjoy the holiday season at Mall of America. So we'll start with that. Chris.
I think one of our overlooked experiences is the Enchanted Snowflake experience in the atrium.
To listen to Mariah Carey.
To listen to your old friend Mariah Carey.
I love it.
But it's a beautiful moment. Every half hour, the shows go off. There's a rotation of programming. I love that. And our holiday light shows at the south entrance of Nickelodeon Universe, again, I think are often overlooked, but really set the stage beautifully. Those are two of my favorite little kind of more subdued or quieter moments that you get to enjoy at Mall of America.
I love it.
I would say jump online. We have a holiday hub on our website, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. You can start planning. You can look at the event schedule. You can look at all of our stores and start mapping out your journey so you know where you want to park so it's convenient and how you can navigate around. But once you get in the property, grab one of our digital directories, and you can just plug anything in there from a search perspective. If there's items you're looking for, specific brands, it'll help you navigate, and it works great because then you can transfer that information to your mobile device, make it really easy to get around the property. But I think just being able to plan a little bit before you come and take a look at those items on the website will really help.
I love that. And that holiday hub and the digital directories, they make it so convenient here at Mall of America. I use them and I work here, right? So it's really helpful. So we're just going to end with a couple of really quick questions. Just want you weren't expecting this. We haven't done this. You want some more stuff?
Yes,
you want to talk about more stuff?
Well, I want to be able to share some of the
guys.
brands to take a look at.
Please
because
do.
I think it's
Please
really
do.
important. And so just personally, I think I'm going to lean more towards jewelry this year for gifts because we have a lot of great jewelry stores that are at really reasonable price points, but you can get really good quality jewelry. So I'm a huge fan of Kendra Scott, but Goriana is also one of my new favorites, and Larissa Loden.
Yeah.
Love that. And you can even get a gift card to have a permanent bracelet, because that's a huge trend right now for a lot of folks that love jewelry. But I think
I've seen those bags at my house.
Yes,
so somebody cohabitate with has been enjoying those brands as well.
we do love that. And even Little Words Project for those Taylor Swift fans, you can get your very own Era bracelet. I think that will be a fun one for Taylor fans that are out there. I also think we have some really great home gift type of things. I know that Anthropologie is one of my go-tos for great glassware and different entertaining components. It's always a go-to for me. Zwilling has some really good items as well. And I think people forget that we have that here because it's a great home items, appliances, and things like that. As far as they have an electric kettle, that's fantastic. That I absolutely love. That's going to be on a list for one of my family members. And Sitka, super excited about that because
just opened.
I have a lot of hunters in my family, and so I'm very excited to hit up that store for some camo for them. And it's good quality. It's investment components for those outdoors men and women that are in your family. And then don't forget about toys. We have a great collection of toys, and there's a lot of great themes for the holiday season. But I mean, you got to check out Lego. We've got Toys R Us. We have Kappa Toys. Barnes and Noble's a great place too for toys. But there's just, that's always a fun shopping experience during the holidays is to go in those toy stores.
And I love it because it's parents buying toys for kids, but it's also adults buying toys for themselves as well. I see that a lot, right? It's so much fun.
It is. And I think sometimes people are scared to buy apparel for gifts for people that they might not know as well, but it's actually one of the top categories when you look at National Retail Federation and some of the experts out there in the industry. And so when you're looking at apparel, I think the key is just to do your best on sizes. But, sometimes it's getting those things that are more accessorized as far as in their wardrobe. So there's some great scarves at Marine Layer that people should definitely check out. But even whether it's socks or slippers are a great one. LL Bean has some great slippers, so does UGG. But just getting some of those accessories that are still apparel, but you don't have to worry about as much about the size. But again, keep those receipts, the gift receipts, and people can exchange for sizes. But it's a category that's important for people to remember.
Absolutely. Slippers and socks, I don't think you can ever go wrong, right? Especially Minnesota winter.
Yes,
yeah, exactly. It just keeps your feet warm.
And I was going to say, too, the Adam Turman store has some really fun stuff as well. And it's so deeply Minnesotan. It's fantastic.
It is, because sometimes those are things that you don't buy for yourself, but it's a great gift to receive.
It's amazing. I'm buying it for myself.
And the Minneapolis Market, that's a new one this year. So it's an event pop-up that's during the weekends throughout the holidays. So we have, I think there's like 30 different vendors in that space.
Yes.
Great gift ideas. And it's supporting local businesses, and which we love to do here at the mall. And it's important for shoppers to support local.
And Rent the Runway.
Well, especially if you need to get something spectacular to wear to your holiday parties, don't forget about that. Yes, Rent the Runway. You can get some special treasures, and that's on the north side, level 1.
Up to 90% off.
That's amazing. So even if you are local, but during the holidays, as we do year round, we have tons of people from other states and other countries that visit us, which makes this place so fun. But even if you're local, we're always changing, and we have all these cool new things that have just opened that you should come and experience and explore. It'd be great. Thank you for those tips. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Can I end with a couple of quick questions?
Absolutely.
And you're not ready for this. We haven't done this in a while, and I don't even have anything written down. So first thing that comes to your mind, the favorite thing that you can find in your stocking Christmas morning?
Ooh, jewelry.
Wow.
Hint, Paul.
Santa is good to you. Chris.
Man, that's a good one. I would say gift cards.
Okay.
Because I am also undecided.
Okay,
so.
yes. You're still part of the problem.
I was just going with the first instinct.
Your favorite
sparkly.
holiday meal out. Where would you go?
Favorite holiday meal out?
Chris.
Honestly, I love going to Twin City Grill.
Yes.
There's something about it from the before when I worked here.
Absolutely.
Dax and I would always go there. They had a great kids menu, but that just still feels like holidays to me.
Does.
I love how quaint and comfortable it is. I love Twin City Grill.
Yeah, I would have to say Benihana. The kids love to do the teppanyaki dinners. And because it's something that's not rushed. You take your time, and so we've been trying to do that annually as a tradition.
I love that. And who doesn't love a volcano made out of onions, right?
Of course.
It's awesome.
Or getting some sake.
Exactly.
It's good.
I was going to say, or if you just need a little cocktail break, Fire Lake is a great spot to pop in and just grab a drink and some apps, or Cedar and Stone as well.
I find that's a great compliment to holiday shopping, is to stop off for a couple cocktails.
That's usually how Sarah gets me out.
It's a good way to end the day. And then we'll end with, what is your favorite holiday drink?
I would have to say probably a martini of some sort. Maybe like a chocolate martini.
Ooh, okay.
I make a rum-based beverage called Rumming Around the Christmas Tree. That is my favorite holiday beverage.
I love that.
I love it.
I have another one, because I think you guys
have
have received this from me for a gift, is the Jackson Morgan
Very good.
cocktail. These little rocks. It's good.
But if it's coffee, it's Nordstrom.
Okay, yeah, non-alcoholic one. What's your favorite there?
Hot chocolate. Like a white hot chocolate.
I love it. The cool thing is here we have a variety of coffee shops and bubble tea. What is it called?
Bubble tea?
Boba tea. Sorry.
I thought you were giving us weird
you
nicknames.
Know what I mean? I can't remember what it's called.
Hey, Bubba Tea. What are we doing? All right,
That's
okay.
your new nickname.
We're going to get the hook. I think we're...
Well, this has been a really fun holiday conversation, and I'm going to go enjoy some boba tea.
There we go.
For all of our listeners, thanks for joining us. We're excited. 9 days away from Black Friday. Come visit us over the holidays. It's going to be an awesome holiday season. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to So Much More, a Mall of America podcast. Subscribe wherever you find your favorite podcasts. This show is presented by Bloomington, Minnesota Travel and Tourism.